Hello guys, today I'm bringing you the tier deck that I played at Milan regional today. I went X1 draw 2 losses and I didn't play the last round. It was supposed to be 8, but like I had to leave because like they were super late. Yeah, it's like deck is really fun and really hard to play, but yeah, like I feel like if more work on it, because I made this like pretty much last second, can be a lot better in the next format with the tempi. So yeah, so let's get started. So tier monsters, the usual 9. It's like very standard. Then I chose to play these danger cards. I'm not the biggest fan of them, but I really needed a card that fixes my hand and let me cycle for a card, and can also be like a fusion material, since I don't play King of the Swamp in this, because they're a completely different concept than the normal deck. So I shaded them out like quite a bit, to be honest, but they're fine going for Star Body. So yeah. Then like, I mean, these cards are like actually insane into fire into pretty much any competent deck. They're like insane. They're terrible to draw now, for obvious reasons, but that's why I'm playing 43, by the way, because there's so many cards that like if I don't draw I'm happier, but it's fine because just barricade board blocker discard all of them, so it's like fine. And 2 back checks. Yes, I'm playing the trap version. This card is absolutely ridiculous. I'm considering to upping the deck count to like 50, and so I can play 3 of these. I just didn't want to draw too many normal summons and be stuck with like a bunch of nothing, especially when I'm going second. I wanted to draw traps and not monsters, so that's why I only play 2. For the spells, I played 2 screams instead of 3, because the card that doesn't play by itself is a great meal, but I value, in this list specifically, I value having cards that are live if I draw them, and only 1 Pearl Rhino. I think you only need 1 in the main deck in this list. I'm siding more for like the matchups where like back row or like really grindy, right? I never felt like I missed them game 1. I always caught it when I needed it because of 3 karma. Yeah, it's like pretty much it. You don't want to draw multiples in this deck specifically. You don't want to mill it, so it's like, it's fine, this works out. And for the other tier cards, I played the 3 Saliak and 1 Meta Noise. So now I think you're kind of forced to play 3 Saliaks. This is like the best spell and trap, and like the insane discard without the millers. So that's why I chose to play 3. And then the 1/3 karma we spoke about earlier. And the reason this deck is a deck is rollback. I chose to play 2 over 3 because I think if you are capable of resolving 2 and you need a third, you're never winning the game where you like actually use the third. You see it often enough, so I think 2 was fine. I never felt like I wanted to activate the rollback 1 more time. Like the first one is the most impactful, and the second one can get you out of sticky situations. 1 can be sided out quite a bit though, so it's fine. Then 2 Rise of Full Height. This card is a great meal. It's not as good to draw, but it's like, okay, you can like cycle it, use it to trigger Paleo, and like then, you know, you just banish it. So it's like decent. The 6 Paleos. Marella is like, I don't know, like this card is bonkers. It's like Foolish Burial Goods, but it generates a level 2. And allows me to send at any point the missing piece. And for the targets, the other targets, I mean, 3 Akido Kelbeck and 3 Daruma Karma Cannon. Yeah, this cards combination is like insane, because the opponent has literally no way to force you out on doing them when you don't want to, because they just sit in the graveyard, use rollback at like any choke point, and they're like screwed. So like it's really, really good. Also, the options of rollback being either Daruma or this is an interruption if you don't need to resolve the mill 5. It's like very good into the specific matchups. Like you can just switch the game plan based on what your opponent is playing, which is really nice. And the last cards that I upped the deck to 43 was a skill drain. So it was like a last minute deck choice. I was thinking about a card that could help me out going second into fire, or like going second in general, but it's also synergistic and also good to go first. Was Imperm at the first, but like Imperm does not do enough because this deck plays for like 30 minutes. So I wanted a card that like kept being up, like Skill Drain. It was like really solid for me, so I would play it again probably. Now for the free main deck, for the extra deck, for the fusions I played the Chu Kaleido. I played Chu in this specific deck because the games last so long, specifically game 1, and if you get a speed punished 1, like you lose your boss monsters, and like that's really rough, right? And having the second one came up a lot of times to secure the wins, in like not secure game states at all, and your opponent never expected, so like they always get caught off guard because of it. One Stapelia, one Garura, one Dragon, these are kind of standard. And for the Exisopabenia, this card, I didn't make it as often, but like every time I made it, like felt like I could not lose the game. Like it was like really nice. The fact that he's unaffected is also like really good. Then Toad and Bound Shark, I don't need to explain this. Redoer, Typhon. In testing, Redoer came up so often to play around Bestials that even if it's less, it comes up less to make rank 4, right? But like this card is so good that avoiding your lose condition, it makes no sense to not play. And this card is nuts into like everything when you go second. Having like a spare body, you just go straight up battle attack SP, and you make Typhon, you bounce a guy, is like really solid. Then for the links, Link Oribo for backcheck, Barricade Board Blocker is like MVP, Sprint, and IP, and SP. So yeah, IP summons both of these in the opponent's turn. Now for the side deck. So the game plan, since we already spoke about the fact that the deck takes a long time to win game 1, regardless of the dice roll, the game plan is like game 2, you just go Impulse, Phantasme, Deep Draw into Maxi. Because after game 1, this becomes Maxi. And that's like, I felt like it was a really solid game plan that could secure a lot of hard matchups. And my opponent wasn't able to do like what they wanted to do. Because this card was like infinite pressure and is recyclable by totally awesome. Then my favorite card, I play it because it's a fire level 2. And I really like fire level 2 monsters. So these are like the game plan kind of cards. And for the last 5 slots I needed cards, help me out either going first or against shifter decks. And I chose 3 Fenrirs and 2 Pearl Rhinos. This is like the best going first card because searches engine. And this is like really good when you go second to break boards apart when you side out a lot of traps. And yeah, that's it. That's the deck. I want to thank Alessandro Campari for borrowing me the cards I was missing. All the people that came with me in the car and everything. And yeah, see you next time.